Hello again, everyone. Welcome to a new Let's Play. This time we are playing Contradiction, the murder mystery adventure game. Utilizes live-action video, although it does it substantially better than some other games that I could think of. Phantasmagoria. Sorry. Where was I? Yes. Let's go ahead and turn on the subtitles. I will be talking over some of the dialogue and scenes. That's just how I do it. Let's go ahead and start by watching the intro.
My name is Jenks, Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder.
Isn't that the job of the medical
Kate
examiner?
Vine appeared to the world to be a bright, confident, fun-loving PhD student with everything to live for. However, a history of depression and alcoholism revealed in her medical records.
Okay, we don't have to pull in so close. Whoa.
Whoa.
Ah! Suddenly we're in
indicating a high level of alcohol in her blood,
an Epcot
along
adventure
with the late
ride.
hour of her death and a lack of witnesses makes a strong case that this was suicide. But the verdict overlooked some curious details. Why was her driving license found on the opposite side of the lake in which she drowned?
It floated there?
Also, there were traces of morphine in Kate's system. Where did she get it? Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas, which Kate had joined and which she had been attending on the night of her death.
Oh, those
Based
things are
in a
never
large,
good.
stately home on the outskirts
Stately
of the
Wayne
village,
Manor.
The exclusive Atlas is run by father and son team, Paul and Ryan Rand.
Rands?
Both were interviewed
Run!
following Kate's death, but neither claimed to have seen Kate after the meeting, and both were understandably eager to distance themselves and Atlas from the tragedy. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. Ryan is married
seems
to
reasonable.
Rebecca, landlady of Edenton's village pub, the George and Dragon. As yet, she hasn't been interviewed, though it's likely Kate visited the pub on more than one occasion. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton Village. Emma was also doing a PhD at the same university, but didn't attend Atlas. Interviewed after Kate's death, Emma seemed shocked and upset, insisting she hadn't seen Kate that night. However, it turned out her boyfriend had.
Ooh, love
Simon
triangle.
Thompson met Emma at university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighboring village.
Must
He
not be
started
very...
at the Atlas course a few
liberal
months
arts.
ago. Simon insisted that he didn't see Kate after the meeting.
Must have
but
had
the
a liberal arts
sergeant
degree.
interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight. It's
He's
time
probably
for
just a
some
replicant.
answers.
42! Oh, wrong question. Alright, well, that's the introduction. The case background info basically covers what was in the introduction almost word for word in some respects. Let me go ahead and reset the game just so that it's back fresh. And we are starting outside Rebecca's pub. Welcome to Edenton Village. Click the arrows to move around the village. If you see the magnifying glass, try your Investigate button to see Jenks investigate. Click on the inventory icon to see your collected items, which includes both physical objects and information Jenks has collected. If you're at a location where you think you can use a physical item, try the use icon. Alright, that's basically it. All we have right now are Kate Vine's death and Kate's driving light. Is that really the British way of saying it? I mean, we say here in the U.S. driver's license. It screws me up every time I see driving license. Anyway. Well, hey, it's Friday after 5 p.m. Surely the pub is open. Knock, knock. Hello? Wow, a pub that's not open at 5 p.m. on a Friday. Not going to stay in business very long. If only I had an elemental sword that I could charge up to level 2. Alright, so let's just look around the village a bit, see if there's anything of note. Does not appear to be anything of note back here. Go down West Street, so we can call the chief. McLeod! Can't knock on any of these doors. And that's about it. Where's the cross street down there? There should be a cross street down there. I'm right here. There should be a cross street. I don't see it. Also, the road leading out of town, I'm not sure which is the road leading out of town, but it doesn't go anywhere. Fun times. Alright, well, oops. We'll use the map to get back to where we were. And we'll go up North Lane. Wait, that's North Road. There's something suspicious already. Continue ahead along the path. Edenton Village Hall. Ah, hey, there is a magnifying glass here. Let's take a look.
Always nice to randomly find a key on the floor.
That's true. If only we could use it. There's no use for the silver key here, sorry. Ow. No cars to key, clearly. Well, we can continue to investigate. Improve your spiritual, intellectual, financial life.
Isn't that interesting?
Join us here every Friday at 8 p.m. Well, it's only 5 p.m., so I can't do that yet. And the icon has disappeared. Looks like we've investigated everything that we can there. Let's go left along Woods Lane. Sorry about that. Let's go right to Eden Lodge. And we have another investigation icon.
Very trusting, leaving a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment.
I.e. moonshine?
Ah, this might come in handy.
Yeah, we're a cop. No one will mind if we steal. Well, now we have a screwdriver. That's handy. Let's see. We've got a box of old bottles, a screwdriver, unlocked bicycle. Most of this is information. We can't use this here. But we did want to talk to Simon first, so we've got knock for Simon. Let's go ahead and do that. Knock, knock. Hello.
Is it Simon? Yeah. Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please? Yeah. Thank you.
So some of the audio in this sounds a little hollow, but it's probably just the recording method.
We can just go through here if you want. Emma's working in the front room.
Hi.
This is Inspector James.
Jenks.
What's all this about?
There was a death in the village. Kate Vine, I believe you both knew her.
Yeah. Do you need to speak to both of us?
I'll just speak to Simon first, if that's okay.
She really needed to ask what this was about, an investigator coming by after the death of a friend.
Oh, this will be fine, yeah.
Do you want anything? Water?
No, I won't be long.
Okay.
Booze. I'll take booze. Okay, well, your first interview. First, pick an item you want to ask about, then click Ask to see Jenks ask about it. When you've heard the reply, you'll see a summary of what was said in the box at the bottom. Clicking any item you've already asked about shows a summary of replies beneath. Now click any reply to add it to the contradiction box on the right. You can add 2 replies at a time. Now you can start looking for contradictions. Find 2 contradictory replies and add them to the contradiction box. If they go green, sit back and watch Jenks interrogate your interviewee. So, for the most part, you can basically do it trial by error. They may get more subtle as we go. I don't know. This first one will be pretty easy, although we can't actually do it just yet. But let's go ahead and start by asking about Kate Vine's death. And if you haven't asked about it yet, Jenks hasn't asked Simon about this yet. Select to ask what he knows. Sure.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
So
last Friday's meeting, I think.
You think?
Did you see her after the meeting?
No.
How long have you known Kate?
That would be when we started Atlas. 3 months ago?
Did you socialise outside Atlas?
No.
How would you describe her? What sort of person was she?
Well, she's talented. She was full of life, you know? Sharp, quite sharp.
Would you say she had any
Well
emotional
honed.
problems?
Her mood could change. And, well, there was the drinking problem.
When did you become aware of that?
Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. She would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So,
Clearly none of
Tell
you
me
were good
about
friends with her
this.
then.
That was just a business management training program for postgrads.
and you started this after you left college?
Yeah.
And it's on every Friday?
Yeah, well, my group isn't doing it this Friday, but one of the groups is.
Okay, thanks.
And what time do they meet? I'd like to know. But I can't ask. Well, let's ask about the driver's license.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No. No, I don't think so. Never seen it before.
That's not really related, but okay. Dropped silver key. It isn't worth asking Simon about the silver key. Aww. Aw, why can't this be like Ultima and they'll say, I don't know anything about that. Unlocked bicycle? Let's ask about it.
Whose the bike outside?
Oh, that's my cousin's. He lent me it. I need to buy a new lock for it, though.
So it's your bike at the moment?
Yeah. There's no bus service to speak of around here, so it's really the only way to get around.
There's only like 15 people in town. I wouldn't expect there to be bus service. And it's small enough that you can walk anywhere, in town at least. Screwdriver. It isn't worth asking Simon about the screwdriver because then he'd know that you stole it. Fair point. Box of old bottles? Sure, let's ask about that.
I noticed a lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
Yeah, it's by recycling.
Well, no,
Okay.
I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers, except for James over at Farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
Herbs, huh?
No, not really.
Totally air quoting that. Simon's homebrew. Simon told Jenks about his homebrew. Well, doesn't look like there's really anything else to ask about. So what you can do now with this contradiction box is you can put one in there and put one in there, and it'll gray out if they're not contradictory. So you can really just trial and error it. But at least the first one that we'll be doing in this hour will be fairly obvious.
Thank
Let's
you.
go visit
Probably
Emma.
be back later. Don't worry, it's only a few questions.
Yeah.
Few hundred, you know. Let's ask about her death.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
It was last Thursday in the college library. I saw her and we chatted for a bit. She seemed her usual self.
What was her usual self?
Oh, just Kate being Kate. You know, a bit wild.
Wearing animal skins.
What
Having
were
a club.
wild?
Oh, she just used to question everything, you know. Have arguments with the lecturers, things like that.
What else?
That's wild?
Kate had a drink problem.
Okay, that's wild.
How noticeable was that?
Well, it wasn't at first, but as the year went on, she'd be drunk in the afternoon. But I think she cut down, you know, towards the end of college and when she started her PhD.
Now, sometimes it seems like you can't actually do this with until you've asked more things. I don't know if it's always available, but we'll continue asking about everything. Why not? They recorded it all.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Silver key? It isn't worth asking Emma about the silver key. Aww. Unlocked bicycle? Sure, let's ask.
Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, it's Simon's cousin's. He uses it to get to work.
You know the lock's broken.
Oh, I know, I keep telling him to fix it.
Screwdriver, it isn't worth asking about. Box of bottles?
What's the stack of bottles outside?
Oh, that's all Simon's stuff. You better ask him. I don't know.
You live in the same house. How do you not know what that is? Simon's homebrew.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Me? No. I don't like beer. I only drink wine. I can't stand spirits either.
Okay, that's about all we can ask right now. I don't think any of that is relevant or contradictory. So we'll just go ahead and
Thank you.
exit. And we'll continue looking around. Maybe we'll
knock on the window for Emma. Simon always answers the front door.
It's good to know. That's kind of amusing to just knock on the window. Man, I would, if I was Emma, I would hate that. Just have someone knocking on the window. Well, let's continue ahead into the woods. And we can go along the path to the right. And there's nothing here. Go back to the junction. Body was found up there, so let's go ahead into the woods. Rosenbaum Lake. Go to the jetty. Overcast, dreary. This is Britain, all right. Let's go ahead and
Like a piece
investigate.
of jewellery there, stuck between the boards. Well and truly wedged in.
Well, we've got some stuff. Surely we can use the unlocked bicycle. No. Okay. Now, if this were like an American driver's license, we could totally use this to get that piece of jewelry out. I don't know how thick and sturdy British driver's licenses are. But we can't use that. We can use the screwdriver, though, so let's go ahead and try using that.
Interesting. I thought forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well.
Fire them! Sack them all! Get new ones! Okay, we got a new item. We can't actually do anything with this. Broken pendant. A broken pendant was retrieved near the lake in the woods. Alright, go back to the junction. Go right into the woods. Go right into the clearing. Anything here? No. Welp. Go towards Atlas. Interesting way of getting to Atlas. Enter Atlas's grounds. Enter the Atlas building.
Have to come back later, I think.
Oh. Totally use the screwdriver to... Okay, no we couldn't. Alright, we'll return to this... But there's lights on! Shout! Throw stones! Something. Shucks. Alright, there's not much else to do. We do have a tip icon here. Who would know most about jewelry? And you also have things you haven't asked Simon and Emma about yet. I'm going to try and avoid using the tips. I don't think that it... I'm not sure if it counts as... quote-unquote cheats. Here on the menu, it's cheat 0. Well, although I've got progress 0%. So I'm not sure if, but I'm not sure if it counts as cheats or not. But I'm going to try to avoid using that if I can, simply because I just want to try to avoid that. Let's see. We've got the phone box. We can see what happens if we make the call. Call the chief. Cloud! Apparently he's not working late. I get the feeling that that'll only be, only when you need to call him will you actually have a conversation with him. Let's see. Anything else we can do? We do have that key. Can't do anything here. Maybe we can use the key. Drop silver key. There's no use for the silver key here, sorry. I didn't try it on every screen, but I got the feeling that it's not for this point in the game yet, so... let's head back up to Simon and Emma. We'll go see what they have to say about some of these things.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
You better not mind. Broken pendant?
Recognize this at all?
It does remind me of something. I don't know. I've seen it somewhere, but no, I don't know.
Well, you're not very helpful. Vaguely recognizes the necklace. Let's go visit
back later
Emma.
on, if that's okay.
Well, let's ask about the broken pendant.
Ever seen this?
It's awfully accusatory. Why is
Looks
there a
like,
microscope in the background?
That's my old necklace. I gave this to Kate.
So Kate
You
might
murdered
have
her!
been
Oh,
wearing it last
sorry,
Friday.
not yet.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I can't see why. She was always buying new things, you know, lots of jewellery, stuff like that. It's meant to be a bird in cage, but the cage's fallen off. I'll show you.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't. Some wanted present.
Secret admirer.
Not so secret.
I see.
That's how it should have looked. It's called a freedom necklace.
Do you mind if I keep this?
No, not at all.
So the necklace did belong to Kate. Interesting. I'm starting to wish I'd brought a spare evidence bag.
Yeah, maybe you should get one of those. That might be a good thing. Can't ask any further. Necklace called a freedom necklace. This was an unwanted gift. I don't know if we can actually ask about that. I am curious, but doesn't seem... These are the only things that we can ask about. We can't actually ask about this unless it contradicts something else. So let's go
Okay,
visit
that's it for
Simon.
now. Thank you.
And you should ask about the freedom necklace rather than the pendant. So we now we get the card. So we'll ask about the card and see if he recognizes it with that. Can we look at that closely? Alex James. I guess that's the jeweler or something like that.
You know what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college.
I
was
thought
probably
you
very
graduated
drunk.
a while ago.
That's what college is all about.
Certainly not learning. Wait. So you asked it about you knew Kate wore it at college, but it was 18 months ago, wasn't it? So let's see. Only known Kate for 3 months, and Kate wore the necklace at college.
So how did you know Kate was wearing a freedom necklace 18 months ago? At college?
Well, I knew Kate at college, but I didn't get to know her till we started Atlas.
Right. So you didn't socialise with her at college?
No.
And you didn't
And yet you
socialise
drank
with
with
her outside of Atlas?
And yet you drank with her.
No.
You didn't see her outside Atlas at all?
Other than drinking with her.
No. Not at all.
Liar. Liar, liar, liar. And
So Simon did know Kate
out
at
at 6 p.m.
college, but why would he lie about that? Maybe he knows Kate better than he's willing to admit. 6 o'clock. I wonder if Rebecca's working in the pub tonight.
like I said, liar, liar, liar. Alright, well, I think this is a good point to call it an episode. Depending on how long these hours take, I may break them up as individual episodes, each one. I'm not expecting this Let's Play to be overly long, but never know. I mean, we're at 4%. Go ahead and save the game, I guess. Sure. Game saved. And when we come back, maybe we will be able to go into the pub. And now we have an option to investigate behind the pub. Sweet! I like new places to investigate. It's a fun game so far. And this episode went a little bit smoother than others may, simply because I already, I'd already played through the hour and was kind of familiar. I get the feeling that it's, well, I don't know, since asking about Simon automatically advanced the time to 6 p.m. It may be difficult to actually miss things. I get the feeling that that's not really something that can happen in the game. Essentially, it seems like if you miss something, it's literally just a case of you can't advance. So, but who knows? We'll see. It's a very interesting game. It's not something, not the type of game that I've played before. But beyond it being an adventure game. Yeah. See you all in the next episode, everyone.